Welcome to a new episode of Tech Updates. Today, we're taking a deep technical dive into the most persistent and evolving initial access vector in cybersecurity. Phishing remains the top threat in 2026, responsible for a majority of breaches through social engineering that exploits human trust rather than technical vulnerabilities. We'll cover the core types: classic phishing, spear-phishing, smishing, SMS phishing, vishing, voice phishing, and the rapidly advancing AI-enhanced variants that use generative models, deepfakes, and voice cloning. For each, I'll provide sample scenarios with technical indicators, then outline layered, practical defenses that go beyond basic awareness. Phishing broadly involves deceiving users into revealing credentials, installing malware, or authorizing fraudulent actions via fraudulent messages or interactions. Attackers leverage urgency, authority, or fear to bypass skepticism. Classic phishing typically uses mass emails with malicious links or attachments. Indicators include mismatched domains, homoglyph attacks, or using similar Unicode characters, poor grammar, though less common now, and spoofed headers. Attachments often carry macro-enabled Office docs or obfuscated JavaScript droppers that execute PowerShell for C2 beaconing. Sample scenario. An employee receives an email claiming to be from HR about an urgent benefits update with a link to review your form. The URL redirects through an open redirector to a credential harvesting page mimicking the corporate login portal, capturing NTLM hashes or session tokens via keylogin JavaScript. Spear phishing targets specific individuals or organizations with personalized content. Attackers scrape LinkedIn, company websites, or breach data for details like recent projects, colleagues' names, or org charts. Sample scenario. A finance analyst gets an email from what appears to be the CFO referencing a real Q4 audit and attaching a revised budget spreadsheet. The attachment uses living off the land techniques, VBA macros that spawn cmd.exe to download a Cobalt Strike beacon, establishing persistence via scheduled tasks. Smishing delivers phishing via SMS, exploiting mobile trust. Messages often claim package delivery issues, account locks, or prize wins with short links to phishing sites or prompts to reply with sensitive info. Sample scenario. A user receives an SMS that says, "Your Amazon package is delayed. Verify identity here," with a shortened link. Clicking leads to a fake login page that exfiltrates credentials over HTTPS to attacker-controlled infrastructure. Advanced smishing uses QR codes, quishing, embedding malicious URLs or Wi-Fi configs that install malware. Vishing uses phone calls for real-time social engineering. Attackers impersonate IT support, executives, or authorities to extract info or gain remote access. Sample scenario. A caller claiming to be from corporate IT says MFA is failing due to a system upgrade and requests the user's current code or to approve a push notification while guiding them to install AnyDesk for troubleshooting. This grants remote control, enabling credential dumping or lateral movement. AI-enhanced variants supercharge all these with generative AI, LLMs like those behind ChatGPT, voice cloning, and deepfakes. In 2026, AI generates hyper-personalized, typo-free messages at scale, clones voices from seconds of audio, for example, YouTube clips or meetings, and creates deepfake videos for video call known as business email compromise. One sample scenario of AI spear phishing. An executive receives an email perfectly mimicking their VP's writing style, referencing a real Slack thread and recent earnings call asking to approve an urgent vendor payment via a link. The content was generated in minutes using scraped OSINT and fine-tuned prompts. A sample scenario of AI vishing. Attackers cloned the CEO's voice from public recordings, called the finance team claiming an emergency acquisition payment, and used real-time voice synthesis to respond dynamically. In one documented case, deepfake video calls impersonated executives, leading to multi-million wire transfers. Now, How to protect. Here are 7 technical wins that can be implemented based on the concept of defense in layers. First, email and message security gateways with advanced threat protection. Deploy solutions using behavioral analysis, sandboxing, and AI ML to detect anomalies like sender reputation deviations, unnatural language patterns, even AI-generated, polymorphic URLs, and zero-day payloads. Enable URL rewriting and attachment detonation. Second, phishing-resistant MFA. Replace SMS or push notifications with FIDO2, WebAuthn hardware keys, YubiKey style, or passkeys. These bind authentication to the exact domain, rendering phishing sites useless as they can't complete the cryptographic challenge. Third, endpoint and mobile threat defense, MTD. Use EDR, XDR with behavioral rules to block anomalous processes, for example, office spawning PowerShell, credential access attempts, and C2 communications. For mobile, enforce app vetting, block side loading, and monitor for suspicious SMS interactions or QR scans. Fourth, zero trust access controls. Implement continuous posture checks, device compliance, and contextual access. For example, block logins from anomalous geolocations or devices. Use just-in-time privileged access for high-risk actions like wire transfers. Fifth, DMARC, SPF, DKIM enforcement. Strict policy P equals reject prevents domain spoofing in email, combined with BIMI for verified brand logos. Sixth, AI native detection and training. Adopt tools that analyze intent, multimodal signals, text plus behavior, and new domains. Run regular multi-vector simulations, email, SMS, voice, with OSINT personalized scenarios to build muscle memory focus on verification protocols like callback to known numbers. Seventh, help desk and executive verification procedures. Enforce out of band confirmation for sensitive requests, for example, voice calls verified via secondary channel. Train on spotting urgency manipulation and deepfake artifacts, for example, audio glitches, unnatural pauses. In summary, phishing in 2026 isn't about spotting bad grammar anymore. It's about countering hyper-personalized, AI-accelerated deception that mimics trusted voices, styles, and context perfectly. The technical shift to phishing-resistant MFA, behavioral analytics, and zero-trust architecture is essential, as human-only defenses can't keep pace with generative AI speed and scale. Layer these with ongoing realistic training and organizations can dramatically shrink the attack surface. Phishing remains preventable when technology and vigilance align. That's our episode on phishing and its evolutions. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Updates. If you found this information useful, share with a friend or colleague. Thank you for your support.